Hey guys, Shayla here, and I'm your psychological plug for all things mental health. I'm a licensed clinical mental health professional and I create mental health videos. Today, we're going to talk about an issue that has an impact on individuals, on families, and the community. September is Suicide Prevention Month, and everyone plays a role in reducing the number of suicides to zero. The truth is, we could all benefit from honest conversations about mental health conditions and suicide because just one conversation can change a life. So let's get into some statistics on an individual level. 79% of people who die by suicide are male. Although more women attempt suicide more than men, men are 4 times more likely to die by suicide. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among people aged 10 to 14, and the third leading cause of death among people aged 15 to 24 in the US. Suicide is the 12th leading cause of death overall in the United States. In relation to mental health, 46% of people who die by suicide have a diagnosed mental health condition. But research shows that 90% may have experienced symptoms of a mental health condition. Here at Mindsight Behavioral Group, our clinicians are dedicated to educating our clients on the connectedness between thought, our feelings, our physiological responses, and our total behavior. Coming up are some stats about US demographic groups that give serious thought to suicide. 4.9% of all adults, 11.3% of young adults aged 18 to 25, 18.8% of high school students, 45% of the LGBTQ youth. The highest rates of suicide in the US are among American Indian, Alaskan Natives, followed by non-Hispanic whites. Lesbian, gay, and bisexual youth are nearly 4 times more likely to attempt suicides than straight youth. Transgender adults are nearly 9 times more likely to attempt suicide than the general population. And suicide is the leading cause of death for people held in local jails. But there has been some changes. And with these changes, the mission is to get that suicide rate down to zero. 988 has been designated as the new 3-digit dialing code that will route callers to the National Suicide Prevention Line. So this is now known as the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline and is now active across the United States. So when people call, text, or chat 988, they will be connected to a trained counselor that's a part of the existing Lifeline network. These trained counselors will listen, understand how their problems are affecting them, provide support, and connect these individuals to resources if necessary. In the future, there is going to be a video of us sitting down, having a one-on-one, navigating ourselves through this website. Until then, here are some tips on how we can help ourselves out. Speaking with someone. Find a therapist or a support group. Speaking to someone, whether going to a therapist or attending a support group, can help you feel better and help you improve your mental health. The next tip is a part of our mental health components. When we're looking at mental health, we're looking at our eating habits, our sleeping patterns, our engagement, our routine, and our support group. You do not have to fight this alone. The ones that you choose to confide in within your support group can help you during those distressing times. Now, this next step is going to involve a little bit of work, but it's absolutely worth it if it means putting your safety first. So the next idea is making a safety plan. And there's a few ways that you can go about this. One, recognize your own personal warning signs. What thoughts, images, moods, situations, and behaviors indicate to you that a crisis may be developing? Use your own coping skills. List the things that you can do on your own to help you not act on urges to harm yourself. 3, socialize with others who may offer support as well as distraction from the crisis. You can contact family members. You can contact mental health professionals or agencies. But most importantly, we want to make sure that you know how to ensure that your environment is safe. Have you thought about in ways that you might harm yourself? Working with a counselor can help you develop a plan to limit your access to harmful means. If you know someone who is struggling emotionally or having a hard time, you could be the difference in getting them the help that they need. So in helping someone else, here are some indicators and some warning signs. Warning signs may help you determine if a loved one is at risk for suicide, especially if the behavior is new, has increased, or seems to be related to a painful event, a loss, or even change. So a person may be talking about wanting to die or to kill themselves, talking about feeling trapped or in an unbearable pain. They may be sleeping a little too much or not enough, withdrawing or isolating themselves, even showing extreme mood swings. Please also be mindful if an individual is talking about feeling hopeless and having no reason to live. We are all more than aware of the stigma that surrounds mental health. We're also aware of some of the difficulty and the barriers that comes along with talking about suicide. So I thought it would be really helpful to include some of the do's and don'ts that comes directly from the 988 website. Talking with and finding help for someone that may be suicidal can be extremely difficult. So again, here are some tips. Be direct. Talk openly and matter-of-factly about suicide. Be willing to listen. Allow expressions of feeling, accept the feelings. Be non-judgmental. Don't debate whether suicide is right or wrong or whether feelings are good or bad. Don't lecture on the value of life. Get involved. Become available. Show interest and support. Do not dare him or her to do it. Don't act shocked. This will put a distance between you. Don't be sworn to secrecy. Seek support. Offer hope that alternatives are available, but do not offer just glib reassurance. Take action. Remove means like weapons or pills. And get help from people or agencies specializing in crisis intervention and suicide prevention. Again, this is on the website at 988lifeline.org. So I hope that some of these tips were helpful. I want us to also remember that we have holiday season coming up. And a lot of us are affected by something called seasonal affective disorder. It's a mood disorder characterized by depression that occurs around the same time of every year when there is a decrease in sunlight. Some of those symptoms may include fatigue, depression, hopelessness, and social withdrawal. I'm hoping that these tips are an indicator of what to be mindful of and how we can help one another out during very distressing times. Remember, let's remove the stigma and let's start having that conversation. Thank you. I hope you found that video to be valuable. And if you liked that video, go check out these other ones. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share.